Thank you for calling Earth Help Desk. How can I help you? Okay. Yes, I'll transfer you. Please hold. Thank you. Hi there. How are you? Good. I believe that you've been here before. I recognize you. I couldn't forget a face quite like that. Absolutely. How has your transition been to the earthly life? Are you enjoying your stay here on Earth? Good. Good. Oh, I'm glad to hear. Yeah. Okay. So, what brings you back to the help desk today? Okay. So, over the past couple of months, you've gathered up some items that you're a little bit confused about, that you'd like some clarification on. I can certainly help you with that. Absolutely. Do you happen to have the items with you right now? You do? They're just in your void? Okay. Okay, well, I'll get myself prepared here while you go into your void and retrieve the items, okay? Perfect. Alright, I'll be waiting. Oh, that was really fast. You've got everything? Okay, perfect. So, what would you like to start with today? Oh, this. So, you aren't quite sure what this is? So, where you come from, it's widely known that this is called a dingle hopper. But you've heard it called something else here. What have you heard this being called? Oh, well, this is actually called a fork. It's actually pretty important to really pronounce the er. Yeah, without the er, it means something else. But anyways, so we've actually got here on Earth quite a popular movie in which this was called a dingle hopper. I can see why there may be some misconceptions about the actual name of this item on other planets, but yes, this item here is a fork. Fork. So, what we use this item for, you see that there are 4 pointy metal prongs. These are not always made out of metal. Sometimes we have plastic forks. Sometimes we have wooden forks. There's all sorts of different metals that this item can be made out of, or materials rather. And they usually have 4 prongs. Some forks have 3. Some even have 2. They have varying materials and numbers of prongs, but they are all used for eating food. So you use the pointy end of the prongs to either stab through or scoop up food onto your fork and then eat it. So it's used as a mechanism to lift food off of your plate and put it into your mouth. So this is a great way to keep everything sanitary and to not make your hands messy, to not have to use your hands to eat, although a lot of people prefer to eat like that. Totally fine. But a lot of people prefer to eat with a fork so as not to create a mess on their hands. and also to create ease of eating. It's quite easy for a lot of people to pick up the food with this fork and put it into their mouth. So this is what we call a utensil. Utensil for eating. There's different types of utensils. There's a spoon, which is just a piece of metal with no holes. That is for liquids. There's a knife, which is a metal blade that we use to cut through different foods. And then there's the fork. These are the three basic utensils. So that's what this is. Does that clarify for you? Yeah. Oh, I totally get why it would be confusing, especially if you're used to just absorbing food, absorbing your nutrients through your skin. I totally get it. There would be no use for a fork for beings such as yourself that tend to absorb their food. So I see why it would be confusing. Okay. But I'm glad that I could clarify that for you. Yeah. All right. What else would you like me to clarify for you? This. Okay. Not a problem. So you're wondering what the slimy white substance is in this tube. Absolutely. So this is actually quite a common item and sometimes a very necessary item for humans here. As we talked about during your last visit, our skin is quite fragile, so it dries out quite easily. We need to keep our skin moist. Like I was telling you, our skin has the ability to excrete liquids and also to absorb different substances through our skin. Okay? So when our skin is dry, it can crack open and bleed, become a cut. It can be quite itchy and flaky. So we have this thing called cream or lotion. This one you have here is specifically a nourishing hand cream. So this is meant to go on the hands. Oftentimes during the colder months, humans get dry hands because this skin is constantly exposed, and we wash our hands so it's always wet and dry, causing it to, become a little bit drier quicker. So most often we use cream on our hands, and a lot of people use cream on their faces as well. So you open it up, and you take a little amount of cream. Close it back up. And this one does have a scent. This one is scented in Japanese cherry blossom, which is quite a pleasant scent. Go ahead and give that a smell. You hate it? That's okay. Alright, so then you would rub the cream on your skin. Rub it into your skin like this. And as you see, it is slowly disappearing. That is because it is being absorbed into my skin. And it really softens up my skin and gives it a little bit of a boost and makes it feel a bit better. It takes away any itchiness that I might be experiencing from having dry skin. Some beings where you're from have something similar to this. Yes? Oh, yeah, so it's exactly the same type of idea. Yeah, to keep the external part of our bodies, our skin, our protective layer, healthy, moisturized, and free from wounds, free from cracks and flaky spots. It's much more comfortable when the skin is hydrated. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. It's just like that. Okay. And then I see that you have with you this here. So this is a little plastic cup. Oh, you had a couple of these and you peeled them? Oh, you ate them. Okay. But you've never seen anyone do that before. So you just wanted to clarify what exactly it's for? Okay, no problem. You really like having these as snacks. Okay. Well, I mean, there's many different ways to use many different things. And if you like having these as snacks, I'm sure that's fine. But what we do with these humans, what we humans do, is we run hot water. So we put this into a machine. It's called a K-cup. Have you heard of coffee? You've seen people drinking coffee before? Okay, so there's a substance in coffee that gives us energy. It boosts our energy and it helps us to feel more awake. It kind of is like magic. Yeah, very great, very enjoyable. So we've got this cup. This is for brewing coffee at home. A lot of us have these in our homes. We put it in the top slot, and there's water in it. There's a little spout, and then you close it, and there's a little needle where you close it. The needle pierces through the foil top. Pierces through the foil top and pierces through the bottom. So there's a hole in both the top and the bottom of this once it's in the machine, and hot water runs through, directly through this cup, and there's coffee grinds in here, as you know. So we run the water through the coffee grinds and it brews coffee. It becomes coffee. And it just drips directly into a cup for us to drink. So this is coffee. There's many, 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 many different types of K-cups that you can find. There's flavored coffees. There's different blends. Sometimes there's darker roasts is what they call coffee blends, different roasts. They're ground out of coffee beans. So this one is a light roast coffee. It's a mild flavor. There are some dark roasts that are a very bold flavor of coffee. There are some flavored coffee. So there's, for example, vanilla flavored coffee, pumpkin spice flavored coffee. There's basically endless different types, lots of different flavors. Yeah, absolutely. Do you want this back as a snack for later? Sure. Yeah, and if you really enjoy eating these that much, you can definitely check out the stores and grab some different flavors to snack on during the day. Yeah, if that's how you'd like to use this, then all the power to you. Yeah. Okay, so does that clarify that? Yeah, exactly. It's just to make the drinks that we like, the coffee drinks. That's right. Okay. And then, oh, so you've got two of these. Where did you find these? They were in a public washroom? Oh, someone was using them. Oh, there was a lady using these in a public washroom and you grabbed them? Okay, so I'm sure someone may be looking for these. But you're curious what they are. Okay, so this looks a little bit scary. This medieval looking contraption is called an eyelash curler. Are you aware of eyelashes? So if you get close to me here, you can see that I have hairs coming off of my eyelids. Like this. Yeah, there, you can really see them now. It's hair that comes off of our top and bottom eyelids. and this goes on the eyelash. And I've already done mine, so I'm not gonna really squeeze this one hard, but you put the eyelash through and you squeeze it and you hold. And the hair actually curls. It curls up and it helps to make our eyelashes look a little bit fuller. So this is really just a tool to enhance our appearance, as we tend to find long eyelashes, long, full eyelashes, pleasant to look at. Humans are very concerned with the way they look and their appearance. You think humans are quite ugly? Hey, that's totally fine if we're not your type. Okay, and then this other item kind of goes along with the eyelash curler. Why do we have eyelashes? Well, like eyebrows, the hair above our eyes, yes, it is kind of weird, I agree. But like the hair above our eyes, our eyelashes serve as kind of a protection for our eyeballs, our actual eyes. So these are quite delicate, as is the rest of us. And if foreign objects get stuck inside of our eye, it can be extremely painful and actually quite dangerous for us. We can lose our sense of vision and all sorts of nasty things can happen. So our eyelashes actually serve as a little bit of protection to catch foreign materials before they enter our eyes. So this is what we call mascara. Mascara. So humans who like to experiment and wear makeup tend to have this product. As you can see, I am wearing makeup today, which is essentially like paint, kind of, to conceal blemishes. I've got some blemishes on my cheeks, some red spots, so I use a skin-colored paint essentially to cover those up, as humans are a very appearance-driven species. And then I've got colors on my eyelids, and I have got also mascara. This mascara is quite dry, so I'm sure whoever you grabbed it from will not be missing it too much. But it goes on our eyelashes like this. And it's like a dark cream to darken the eyelashes and make our eyes look more bold and make them pop a little bit more. You find it looks a little creepy? My eyes look scary to you? It was hard to get used to that when you came here. Yeah. 2 large eyes instead of 1 tiny eye. Yeah, I could see how that would be a little bit uncomfortable to look at. Yeah, so there's many different types of mascara. This is just one brand, which means type essentially, or who makes this mascara. This one is by a makeup brand called Maybelline. But there really is all sorts of different types of mascaras. So this is just one of them. And I have personally tried this one and I really like it. Okay, so if you don't mind, I will just place these items in the lost and found, as that lady might come around looking for her cosmetic products. Okay? Okay, great. So next you've got this. I can definitely see why this would be confusing. Have you ever seen one of these before? You've seen many of them. So this one was glowing when you grabbed it out of the lamp in the lobby. Okay. Yes, they actually do get a little bit hot when they're glowing. So this is what we call a light bulb. As you see, it's bulbous. And as you saw when it was plugged in the lamp in our lobby, it was emitting light, 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 light. So this is powered by electricity. Electricity, that's right. So when we have the proper socket, we screw this in to the socket until this metal part connects to the bottom. They're touching, and this sends the electrical current into the light bulb. And there's coils, at least I think. This might be a different type, but the light bulbs that I know have little coils on the inside that get hot and emit light when electricity is run through them. There are many, many, many different types of light bulbs. This is a pretty standard one. There are different shapes, different colors, different levels of power, called lumens when you're talking about light. And these are used in pretty much any building you go into so that it's not dark, because we humans cannot see in the dark very well. Our eyes are not equipped to see in the dark. We need to illuminate, light up our spaces so we can see what we're doing. So that is why the light bulb was invented and is still used by essentially everybody to this day. So as you can see, back in the lobby over there, the area that this light bulb used to be is a bit darker now. That's because this light bulb is no longer there and is no longer emitting light to light up the space around it. Yes, that was an invention by humans. There are quite a few animals that are actually able to see fairly well in the dark. Cats, being one of them, are quite able to see in the dark, as well as quite a few different insects and rodents and bugs and such. But us humans, we have these eyes, and although they're fairly large, they are not designed to see in the dark, and they also malfunction quite a bit. Yeah, in terms of seeing far away, seeing up close, stuff like that. We talked about glasses last time, I believe. Yes. So that's what that is. I also just put that to the side because I'm going to plug it back in after. Okay. And then you've got two more things. Okay, well, I see you've got that. This is called an apple. Well, this is actually not the same thing. There are quite a few objects that are round shaped like this. Some are used to play sports with, to hit a bat with. You've seen that. Some of your human friends took you to a sporting event. Baseball. It's a very popular sport, a game that humans like to play. So this is actually not one of those balls. This is a food. This is called an apple. It is a fruit. It was actually grown on a tree. So those still beings that you see outside, they basically just stand and never move. They have a brown trunk, and then they have a whole bunch of leaves everywhere. Yes, those grow these fruits. We have recently come up with a technology to be able to communicate with the trees and we have reached an agreement where they provide us fruit if we provide them with a natural space that will be untouched by humans and untouched by, buildup of society and construction and stuff. So, yeah, it's quite a It is quite a mutually beneficial contract that we have with the trees. They have safe forest space and we get to enjoy their fruits to eat. So this is a very sweet and acidic fruit. It can be used in many, many ways. So you can just eat it like this. It tastes wonderful. Or you can cut it up, you can cook it, you can dip it into things. It can be put into savory dishes and sweet dishes. It's such a versatile, universally loved fruit. I definitely recommend that you give it a try. Would you like to try it? Yes, it's quite tasty. Here you go. Oh, one bite. Very juicy, very tasty. You like it? Oh, that's great. Well, you can go into any grocery store, and there should be apples at any grocery store you go into, as they are quite a loved fruit by many. Yes. Okay, so does that clear that up what this is? It's food. A naturally grown food. And then you said you have one more item? You just have to pop back into your void to get it? Okay, no problem. Oh, I'll grab that. I'll grab it. Okay. This is a dog. This is an animal. They don't speak English, but they can communicate, through body language. This one has a tag, which means that he belongs to somebody as a pet. Oh, buddy. Where did you get him? Oh. He was walking with a human on a string. That's called a leash. They were probably out on a walk together. Yes, so humans do like to keep various types of animals as pets, as things that we love and take care of at home. This is someone's pet. He's probably very, very loved and very missed, so I'm just going to keep him with me and make sure that he finds his rightful owner, okay? Yeah, no, it's definitely not to eat. I'm just gonna put him down. He's a heavy boy. Okay, there is luckily a number on his tag that I can dial, so yeah. For future reference, if there is an animal such as a cat or a dog on and they're holding a leash, a human is holding a leash, walking with it, it's not trapped. It's just a way for the owner to ensure that the animal stays close to them so that they don't get lost and they don't get separated from their families. Yeah. Yes, there's probably somebody looking frantically for this sweet little guy, so I'm gonna give them a call as soon as possible. Okay, is that everything that you have in your void? Yeah? Okay, but just making sure there's no more animals or anything. Okay, so that's everything. Oh, of course. No, it's fine, don't worry. Yeah, no, I'll return everything to their rightful owners. No problem. You're gonna go look for a grocery store? For more coffee? You're in the mood for some more coffee? I mean, yeah, absolutely. Take this one, have it as a snack. if you're hungry. Okay. And is there anything else that I can help you with today? No? That's about it? Okay. Well, as always, thank you so much for coming to the Earth Help Desk. I'm so glad to be of service to you, and if you end up needing any more help with any more items, please don't hesitate to come back and let me know. I will always be happy to help clarify any of your questions and to help you adjust to life on Earth as best as I can, okay? All right. We'll see ya. Okay. Bye. Yes, hello. I'm so sorry to bother you, but I have your dog here. An alien came and snatched him up. Oh, I know. He's safe. Oh, I know. He's safe. He's not harmed. He's at the Earth Help Desk. He was just confused as to what it was. The alien, I mean. Okay, yes, I'll keep him safe here for you until you arrive. All right. Goodbye.